Hi, this is Ken Ham, President and CEO of Answers in Genesis and the Creation Museum. Recently, a YouTube video featuring a person called Bill Nye the Science Guy, received millions of views. Now, the video was called Creationism is Inappropriate for Children. Well, I really believe we should call Bill Nye the Science Guy, Bill Nye the Humanist Guy. You see, Bill Nye received the Humanist of the Year award in 2010. So even though Bill Nye had some wonderful programs on PBS TV teaching exciting things about science, you know, when he was experimenting and putting things together and so on, and, you know, he did some real observational science there. He says if you deny evolution to children, they're going to have problems because we need engineers. Well, wait a minute. Engineering and evolution? What has evolution got to do with engineering? Bill Nye is really implying that if we're going to teach children creation, that it's really a form of abuse, that creationism is inappropriate for children. I tell you what...
You want to know what I think? Well, you're listening to my show, so I will assume you do.
Tell you what is inappropriate for children. When you take generations of kids and you teach them, they're just animals. There's no God. You're a result of millions of years of evolutionary processes. You just came from some slime over millions of years. Who determines right and wrong?
God.
Who determines what's good and bad?
God.
You know, it's really people like Bill Nye that are damaging kids. If evolution were true, I mean, it'd be so obvious to the kids that it's true, but it's not. The way to convince kids about evolution is you have to do what Bill Nye the Humanist Guy wants. You protect them from hearing anything about creation, you totally indoctrinate them, you brainwash them, you don't teach them to think critically at all.
So, in a big loud voice, who should you always trust first, God or the scientist? God, and I want you to remember that.
Don't teach them the difference between historical science and observational science. You just want to make sure they only hear about evolution and that's it. Creationists, of course, are very happy to teach their children about evolution and teach the problems with it and teach their children how to think critically.
Do you believe in evolution?
No.
What do you believe?
That God created the world.
Who told you that?
My parents.
Isn't it interesting how Christians are not frightened to teach their children about evolution?